Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to be unboxing the brand new Franchi Affinity Elite. This is the 28-inch version, 3.5-inch shells that takes the Magnum, and I got it in color Marsh. Sorry if I seem a little tired. We got up about 3 o'clock this morning, get out and did some duck hunting, so I just got this gun in though, so I want to hurry up to get this unboxed so I could possibly use it this week. Been using a Benelli Supernova. I wish I would have had this gun this morning because the gun actually didn't fire a couple times, had too much oil actually in the striker pin, and we were in 22 degrees Fahrenheit weather, so makes sense. Higher viscosity oil didn't allow the striker to hit so hard. So here we go, opening up the box right away. We have the shim kits, 7-year warranty on the Franchi, and the extended choke tubes over here on the side. We also have the choke tube wrench with it. And this is the weight that comes in the, I think it comes in the 28-inch version, 3.5 Magnums. I don't know if it comes in the 3-inch version. I think it's only the 3.5-inch. And this weight goes in the actual stock to make the gun a little bit more balanced. So that I will be putting in this gun as well. So that's everything in that little trough over there. We of course have the registration for the warranty as well as the owner's guide over here. And then opening up here, we actually have the stock and the barrel. That's everything that comes in the box. Alright, I'm going to open up this barrel. Make sure it is actually the version that is able to shoot the Magnum shells. If not, we have a problem. This gun's about $200 more than the 3-inch version. So right here we got 12 gauge, 3.5 inch. So this will take the Magnum shells. You can see the Marsh color on this. I do want to mention that I will be filming a video tomorrow doing a comparison between the Affinity and the Affinity Elite. Just the differences, like the optics on these, as well as some of the finishes. So, if you want to catch that video, make sure to subscribe. And I will be doing a full teardown and reassembly of this gun, so you want to know how to do that if you're going to be cleaning this gun. This is built on the inertia system, so it doesn't get dirty very easily, but every now and then you will want to take it apart and clean it. I ended up going with the Franchi because it's pretty close to actually being a Benelli. Actually, if you take a look here, you'll see Benelli USA Corp. A lot of these are made in the same factory, same parts on a lot of these. A little bit different stocks on the Benelli Super Black Eagle for a little bit less recoil. But really, for almost about half the price of the Super Black Eagle, you can get the Affinity Elite here, and I think it's well worth the value. Alright, so first things first, to go ahead and assemble this now that we have all the pieces out, we're going to go ahead, remove this piece here on the charging handle. I'm going to go ahead and remove the nut off the end cap here, and also remove the forearm. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and slip the forearm up over the circle piece here. You can actually leave this on the gun as well, but I think this is probably a little bit easier to do, and then that will just slide on here. You will want to pay attention to your spring in here. Make sure you're not bumping or compressing that, and that should slide right over there. And then you want to line up your barrel so that shaft slides all the way down in there. And now you want to pull down your hammer so that that locks back. And now you need to wiggle that in there so that this seats in. You want to make sure that things are seated all the way back. You can see that gap that was right here. Whoop. There's a little gap right here. And pushing that all the way back in there, seated it the rest of the way. Now there's no more gap. That's shoved all the way in. Go ahead and screw the cap back on here. Hear it clicking a little bit. you just want this finger tight. You don't want to crank on it too much. But now you want to give it a little shake, see if there's any movement in it. No movement in here, so everything looks good. Now we're just going to check for function. Pull the bolt handle back, make sure things are working there. We want to pull this back, see if it'll lock. Things are locking, and then the bolt release here. Looks like everything is working really good. Safety on off. I do wish that the safety was a little bit bigger. I think you could probably swap this out with an aftermarket safety pretty easily though. But yeah, everything looks pretty nice with this gun. I do really like the finishes and that dot optic up there in the front. It's very bright. Probably get some better video of that when I actually do the comparison of the Affinity to the Affinity Elite, which I have here, and show you what the differences are. But yeah, that is all there is to it, from getting the gun in the box to assembling it. Very short turnaround time. The only last thing to do is probably switch out the choke. I don't know which choke they have in here, but here we have the long range choke, mid range, and close range. So they don't really say they're improved cylinder, modified, or full choke. That is what they go by in here. Actually, I'm curious, and I'm sure you guys might be as well, but let's actually see what choke they send this gun with. So this is actually an internal choke, whereas those 3 chokes there are actually the external chokes. They stick out a little bit further. Alright, so in here, this is a modified choke. It says Steel Shot OK M. M is for modified. Well, so far we're doing duck hunting. So I think I'm going to put the long range choke in. None of these say that they are really not made for steel shot, so I'm going to have to look into that to make sure that the long range is okay for steel shot as well. But if it's not, I'll post it on the screen and say that it is or is not okay for steel shot. Alright, so there we go. Now you can see the extended choke tube, how far it sticks out. Might be a little more accurate, you never know. I'm going to go ahead and pattern this probably before I go out hunting with it again, so I actually see how on it is. I might make a video on how to shim this. You shim it right here in the stock, almost pretty much the same way as you would with a Benelli. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see with this gun in the comments down below. So far what I have lined up and I know I'm going to do is a comparison between the Affinity Elite and the Affinity, what comes different on this gun, what you're getting more for that, about $400 more that you're paying for this gun. And then I will also be doing a tear down and reassembly of this gun, kind of see these internals with the trigger group removed, and might actually show you some of the shimming here. Maybe I can show you some of my patterning, how things worked here, and then how I shimmed it afterward. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below.